Let's take a minute today to talk about public information requests. Whether it be at your city hall or your state legislature or even the federal government, there are rules and regulations that force public servants to release information to you based on your request. That information can come back as a massive pile of paperwork or maybe even just page after page of blacked out emails, but it's still worthwhile. And look, I'm totally aware journalists love talking about issues facing journalists, but this is not one of those. I'm talking about something that affects you. Public records requests are actually a really important part of making sure we're watching what the government is doing. Maybe you're a watchdog journalist who just wants to see where the money's being spent, or maybe you just want to see what your elected officials are doing and how they're behaving and making decisions. Anyone, including you, can make a request for public records. I'm talking about emails, phone calls, conversations, and documents that come through these public meetings and the issues that are facing you every single day. A lot of times there's a cost involved as the government agencies compile their records and deliver them to you. Here in Idaho, a response to a public request has to be met in the first 3 days. And if they can't meet that 3-day limit, they have to let you know and ask for an extension, a 10-day limit. All those emails and texts and financial statements, they're all subject to this open records law. But part of the difficulty of requesting this information is that more and more agencies are just using attorney-client privilege or trade secrets or other reasons to redact information and hide it from reaching the public eye. Let's say you're passionate about a particular cause and you just want to know what your elected officials are doing about it. You can request public records for yourself, and I have a couple tips for you. 1. Pick the right agency. If you're contacting the state of Idaho to find out what your congressman is doing about salmon, it's just not going to work. Many state agencies have an online form where you can actually just go and request the form immediately. 2. Be specific. The more specific you are, the less likely you are to be denied or get a massive bill. And when I say massive, these numbers can go high. We're talking hundreds of dollars to get this information. Dates, subjects, the types of communication you want delivered. That will all help you narrow down your search and get exactly what you are looking for. 3. Be prepared to pay. Sometimes it's 50 cents, other times it can be hundreds of dollars depending on what you're requesting. The government sometimes will have to send a team of lawyers to go through your request to send you the information they can. A reasonable cost will be explained and should be expected. In other words, you need to know what you're requesting and why it's costing so much money if it does end up with a hefty bill. 4. You may have to wait. Even past the 3 days and then the 10-day extension, sometimes you have to remind busy people in government of your request. And make sure you do. Make sure they deliver on what the law says they have to. The bigger the request usually means the longer the wait, but they have to get back to you. And lastly, number 5, if they do miss those deadlines, call them. Email them. Find out what the delay is. Most times it will take a while to get that information, and sometimes they're just hoping you'll go away. That's when you know you're probably onto something. We live in a time with more access to information than at any other time in human history. That can be great, and it can mean a lot of work sifting through those piles of paper, but looking into what's happening in our government is not just our job, but it's our right. If you have questions or you just want to see more explainer videos like these, comment below on a subject and let us know. Share with your friends, subscribe, spread the word. These are important issues that are facing all of us as Idahoans. For 6 on Your Side, I'm Mike Sharp.